So you're talking about entrepreneurship. You're an entrepreneur. Donald Trump's an entrepreneur. Elon Musk is an entrepreneur. Elon Musk is one of those guys who knows what a broken, failed society looks like because he came from one, and who immigrated here and has now become the richest man in the world based on American principles and what this country could give to him.
Yep.
And you know Elon very well. He communicates with you, talks about you publicly. You do spaces together on X. Tell us about Elon.
Yeah.
He's sort of like his where he's gone from being very politically agnostic, I would say, to suddenly being like super based and just very common sense, right?
Yeah.
Still doesn't seem like a party man. He's just like, this is what's happening in the world, and how do we get more of that, right? How do we bring Elon more onto the field, so to speak?
He's the kind of guy who, he's the closest thing I've met to a founding father in today's environment.
Wow.
Actually. Yeah.
Wow.
I actually believe that as I've gotten to know him. He just doesn't believe in constraints, right? And I think that's part of what, why he and I think have gelled really well together, but what he's achieved at a scale that's far beyond even what I've achieved. It's part of that spirit of just believing that whatever's necessary is possible, right? If it's necessary, then humankind's going to figure out a way to get there. And there's two kinds of problems that one might tackle. Okay, there's problems of nature. A lot of those are the problems that Elon's tackling. How do you actually get a vehicle from here to Mars? Call it what you want. How do you actually solve some of the greatest problems with respect, it's not Elon, but nuclear fusion? That's something that actually could be important to the future of this country. Problems of nature are tough nuts to crack. And sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't. But the problems we're talking about tackling are actually man-made problems. And every man-made problem has a man-made solution. And so I think part of the role of the guys like Elon is, I don't think he should be the president. He won't be the president. He wasn't born in this country, and I don't think he wants to be the president. But it brings me back to the point. It's not president or vice president or whatever. Everybody has their own unique God-given gifts awarded to them by God. And everyone has their role to play in reviving this country. And I think Elon's role, as I see it, and he's already doing, I think he's really coming into his own, and I think his best days and best years are still ahead of him, is to provide that founding spirit and inspiration that just because somebody told you at an early age of your life that you couldn't do something has nothing to do with whether or not you're actually going to do it. And he was going to succeed at some of his challenges, and he's going to fail at some of his challenges because he's taken on problems of nature. But if he can do that, then we have no excuse not to tackle the man-made problems in our own government and our own country right here at home. And those are the problems I'm taking on.